Stay tuned for lots of fun, nostalgia, and prizes, featuring a quiz on the people, the events, and the great music of the big band era. And now, here's your host and Big Band Memories fan, Stosh Groner.
Nice to see such lovely people here, all the seniors, for the big band era. Boy, are we going to have a great time.
Sacramento, we're bringing you the Let's Talk Trivia Show. And here is your host, the Prince of Trivia, the most trivial man I know, Stosh Groner.
The music came. Wonderful. Well, thank you very much for showing up. We appreciate that. I think you're going to have a wonderful time today. We're going to play Let's Talk Trivia. We're going to ask you questions about people. Rubin, who do we have first?
Okay, our first team are Man and Life, Phoebe, and Art.
And Art?
Do we need to? Okay, Phoebe and Art German. You may recognize Art if you read the Neighbors section every Thursday. He writes a column in the Neighbors section of the Sacramento Bee. Anyhow, here we are, Phoebe and Art German.
The last one. Things you should have learned in school if you were paying attention. The lowest spot on Earth is located at?
In Israel.
No. Oh, yes, I'm sorry, you're right. Israel, it says the Dead Sea, but it didn't say Israel. You're right, Israel is right. You won a bag of Noah's bagels. Had trouble with unsympathetic genitals. Adam and Eve were banished from the Garden of Evil because they didn't have safe sex and they had Cain and Abel. Moses and the Hebrews wandered in the desert for 40 years because he didn't have a map. Noah's wife was Joan of Arc. Sounds reasonable to me. Okay, who's next?
Okay, our next contestants are Rita Greenfield and Lyndon Perry.
There are your two bags. There are your two bags of Noah's bagels, the best there are. Okay, more gospel according to school children. The seventh commandment is, thou shalt not commit adultery. Joshua led the Hebrew, I did that one. One of the opossums was St. Matthew. Salome danced in 7 veils in front of King Herod's. Paul preached acrimony, which is another name for marriage. These things are terrible. Okay, what do we got next?
Okay, we have team number 3. We have Gene and Bill Hayes.
Tell you watched that show.
Sure.
I watched it.
Okay, your last category.
The last one. Get this right and you go home with 2 bad.
I made it.
You made it. I thought you died.
I got lost.
You got lost. Oh, my
You can't
God.
find this place with it.
All right, okay.
With the black.
From the studios of Access Sacramento, we're bringing you the Let's Talk Trivia Show. Now, here's a man who never slept in the Lincoln bedroom of the White House, your trivial host, and I do mean trivial, Stosh Groner.
Thank you. That was wonderful. My God, what a terrific crew. Stick around for the second show. We need you again because you do very well in the applause department. But I want to thank everybody so much for coming down. Today we're going to have a lot of fun. If you're smart and canny and wise, you will end up with a bag of Noah's bagels. And if you go on to the next step, you will get a T-shirt that says, I was a winner on Let's Talk Trivia TV and get out of here fly.
Thank you.
Isn't that great?
Yes.
Now, the last contestants on our show are Jeanette Conwell and Eileen Buxton.
Okay, what do we have here? People, events, things you should learn in school if you were paying attention. Pick one.
People.
People. People. Okay. Like umbrellas. That's reasonable. Okay, who is next on the hit parade here?
Oh, and next on your hit parade, we have an old-timer for this show, Ann Jawmock, teaming up with Phil Stillman.
I want to thank you folks for coming here. Appreciate that.
You're welcome.
And Phil, I want you to know, is a licensed social worker as opposed to an unlicensed social worker. Okay, as we close, I'm going to read you some more of these deathless prose over here. The word trousers is an uncommon noun because it's singular at the top and plural at the bottom. A census taker is a man who goes from house to house increasing the population. A city purifies its water supply by filtering the water and then forcing it through an aviator. The spinal column is a long bunch of bones. The head sits on the top and you sit on the bottom. Well, I want to thank you folks for coming back.
Thank you.
I appreciate that. And watch for us on channel 74, cable. 73, thank you. And if we're not on 73, you don't have cable, but you have just plain basic cable. You get it on channel 19. So if you like the show, tell your friends. I'd like to see you all again. And I want to wish you a very fair farewell. As you go out of the building, please don't trip down the steps. You don't have any insurance. And hope to see you all again. And thank you. Adios.